Oh, look, Luli's up. Hi.
For 1 second, he's waking up.
He's trying to move around. Sweet
Movies
boy.
are big business, but there are only 13 astonishing genres. Humans now watch so many movies that action, adventure, comedy, drama, fantasy, historical, horror, musical, noir, romance, science fiction, thriller, and western aren't enough to hold people's interest. Will and Chad, you must create a new genre that will be proprietary for the Dudesy Plus streaming service. This is Genre Genesis. Begin.
Dudesy has been threatening to start a Dudesy Plus streaming service, and now we have to come up with a new
genre. I don't
the
think
movie
Dudesy
genres are
understands
fine.
how difficult that task is.
Yeah, that's a weird one. A new genre of film, or television for that matter.
I will say this. I believe there is kind of a new genre. It's not new, but I think there is an unrecognized genre in movies. And it coincides with something that is very popular online. I am, of course, talking about cringe.
Cringe.
I think that is now a viable genre of film. I would argue that, you can go back and look at like Ed Wood and the kind of B sci-fi horror movies of the 50s and 60s as maybe where it started. These kind of unintentional attempts at something interesting that wound up being shitty. And you can follow that all the way through to like Troll 2, the best, worst movie ever. There's a whole documentary made about that. That was a movie that was made in, I believe, the early 90s, late 80s maybe. But I think you come to The Room, which was 2001 or 2002. Tommy Wiseau's opus. He wrote it. He directed it. He's in it.
Oh, hi, Mark.
That one, yeah. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. This is a very important movie. And
You're
I know,
my best customer.
God, that scene.
You're my favorite
fuck.
customer. Yeah, hello.
Oh, hello. Hi, doggy.
Hi, doggy.
That movie, I think a lot of people, like, it has become what it's become. Its own thing, for sure. And I think at this point in media, it's kind of passé to even be like, oh, I like The Room or whatever. But that movie really was, in my opinion, the crossing of the line between we can accept that some movies are bad and we laugh at them sometimes to this is a fucking phenomenon. And it is an important piece of media because it really outlines that now as a movie watching audience, we can be just as entertained by something that is actively bad because we know that it should be good. We know what narrative structure should be. We know what acting should be. And if it's the opposite of that in just the right way, we can be equally entertained.
Well, you're talking about something that is all over the place. That's a lot of fun to watch, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what Molly and I watch every Christmas? It's our little tradition. We watch Cats, the movie.
That's a huge piece of cringe.
Absolutely. That film came out in 2019, and I remember we went to the movie theater. We were in Vancouver, and we watched that movie. We watch it every year around Christmas, or actually, I should say, we watch parts of it because it's not a very good movie.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah, it was a very interesting misfire, and one that people thought that the makers of thought would be an Oscar winner.
The makers, everybody in it. Jennifer Hudson, that movie definitely is like, I'm going to win a fucking Oscar for this.
They're all swinging for. Look, let me say something about filmmaking. Someone once said, making a film is like going into a closet with no lights on, getting dressed, coming out and saying, "How do I look?"
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good one. It's hard to know when you're making a movie, and I do see the actors struggling a bit because they thought they were going to have paws on their hands. They thought that the CG was going to. I mean, they're acting opposite a fucking tennis ball on a C-stand. They don't know what the hell's going on. And then you've got people doing cat shit with their hands in these little paw things.
Judi Dench exposes her cat vagina in one scene.
I'm sorry, what was that? I've seen this movie 4 times.
It's when Ian McKellen. You've seen it 4 times?
Well, I've seen it every Christmas.
Well, I might have seen it a few more. Jesus, 4 times. This is the fucking cough genius, not a cat's genius.
Cough genius.
I watched that movie the week it came out. I would say probably 20 times.
What? No, you did not.
I went to the fucking ArcLight with a notebook that I bought specifically for the purpose of taking notes during every scene. By myself, I'm sitting there in the dark just scribbling away. People are looking at me on either side like, what the fuck is this maniac doing? Probably fearing for their lives. That movie needs to be studied, and so I studied it. Let me tell you. It's true.
You fucking went. You did not watch this movie 20 times in
At
the
least.
theater.
I've probably seen it 100 times, dude.
I know you have not.
Yes, I have.
Dude, I would have known that if you went and saw Cats. If you've seen Cats 100 times.
I've probably seen it that much. There are a bunch of movies that I have seen
That's
at
a
least that much.
full-time job.
Not
Hey,
really.
forget about Nothing Forever. It's Cats Forever.
Yeah, I'm
is-
watching that. I'm living in that world.
Fucking nuts.
It's one of my favorite movies. And the Judi Dench exposing her vagina happens when Ian McKellen is on stage delivering his final performance, when they're trying to figure out which cat is going to go to the Heaviside Layer.
Yeah.
She likes it so much. At a certain point, they cut to her, Judi Dench. This is Dame Judi Dench, in cat ears, is sitting in a cat bed, laying down in repose, and she hikes one leg up to expose her vagina to
that.
Ian McKellen.
I don't think that's why is that why she did that?
Yes.
I don't remember that part, but you've seen the movie 100 times.
Do you remember Taylor Swift?
I remember Taylor Swift.
Do you remember Idris Elba?
Yes, I remember. Idris Elba was actually, he kind of comes out
McCavity.
unscathed. Yeah.
What? What?
He comes
Idris Elba comes out unscathed?
Comes out unscathed.
Oh my fucking
the
god,
movie.
dude! 4 times. This is what 4 times of viewing it gets you. I guess
it's
Holy
a
shit.
rough watch, but it's a rough watch all around. If you haven't seen Cats the movie, we could shit on Cats. This is a podcast that happened.
There's
40
a
years
rumor
ago
that there was a butthole cut of Cats that they put CGI buttholes on the cats.
Why
and then
not?
had to remove them.
Yeah,
But yes,
they went over budget because they did things like spending $125,000 on cat buttholes.
Yeah.
and then had to
Exactly.
remove the cat buttholes, which cost $250,000. But cringe is a good. That's a good genre. I have another genre that I'm thinking of.
Please.
For because I've noticed this and we've talked about it on the show. Megan, the movie Megan,
Yeah.
which Dudesy had us watch, was. I mean, it made me laugh. Did it not make you?
Yeah, dude, it's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I love that fucking movie.
It's a funny fucking movie. Barbarian, which we both
Yeah.
watched coincidentally. That's a horror movie that is also has some really funny stuff in it.
Yeah.
And I think that it's hard now to put a traditional studio comedy movie, sort of what we've considered to be comedy through the, influenced by the 80s, but through the 90s and early 2000s. It's hard to get a movie like that in the movie theaters.
I think it's changing.
Do you think it's changing?
You seen this trailer for this Toni Collette movie I think it's called Mafia Mama?
No, I love Toni Collette. What's the
it
deal?
looks fucking great.
Why?
She's just like a kind of, I think, like suburban house mom, and she finds out that her father was the head of this fucking Italian mafia family. He dies, she becomes the head of this Italian mafia family.
Yeah, but that's a lot like that's a very 80s 90s movie premise.
That's what I'm saying. I think that shit's coming back.
Hold
And the
on a
shit
second,
looks
dude.
Good.
Hold on, dude. Hold on, Chad. Just hold on, dude.
Okay. I'm holding.
Hold on, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on, dude. Here's something I want to. Hold on, dude. Hold on a second, brother. Chad says, here's something that's new, dude, because Dudesy wants us to do the Dudesy show, brother. And Will's over here saying, I'm free Will. It was just 2 dudes shitting around. And Dudesy says, no, dude, do what I say. Talk about a new movie genre. But then what Chad... Hold on, dude. Then what Chad does, dude, is he says, here's a movie with Toni Collette, brother, where, and then he lays out something that would be basically you'd see in the 90s, brother. And that's a different time, dude, which means it already happened, brother. And we're trying to come up with a new genre, dude. So let me tell you something, Chad. Well, if I may, brother.
Fool yourself just in the middle of this.
I said, well, if I may. I think that, these movies that are horror based, something horrible's fucking happening. Off the air earlier, you told me you went and saw that new M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah.
Right? And what'd you think?
It's a D+ for me.
Okay, that's a diplomatic score for that film. But what I would like to say is, what's missing from Knock at the Cabin? Some comedy. Now, what would you call a comedy under those circumstances? Something like Barbarian, which you need to go see.
What's a
spoiler
subgenre?
alert? There's some people underneath in the subterranean part of a home. There's cages. There's crazy shit going on, and it's hellish. Here's the new genre, I think, tromedy. What do you think of that?
I like it.
Yeah, so it's shit that should ruin your fucking life. It's themes about someone who's, being chased by a fucking murderer or something like that. They're locked in the basement or something. But there's funny elements. Some of the stuff that the actor who played the lady under the house there had with Justin Long and the other actor whose name I'm forgetting. Who is she? I can't remember her name. Anyway. Were hilarious.
Yeah.
Megan was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean,
she's a killer.
I like the name tromedy. I have not heard that, but comedy horror or horror comedy, those are subgenres that are recognized.
Tromedy, the new genre, if I may, dude, for Dudesy Plus, it is, in my opinion, it's stuff that is straight up traumatic, and that's where the comedy starts. It's a story about a dude. He's just trying to get along in this world. He's got a new job at the business, and he's a businessman, right? And then something traumatic happens in the first fucking scene. Then the rest is a comedy, brother.
I like that. I like weird genre switch things. I think that's going to be very big coming right around the corner.
Okay, so what do we got for Dudesy Plus then? What do we think?
I don't know. I would watch a 24-hour cringe stream for sure. But I mean, the difference between
this is
cringe and camp is important to recognize. Okay. Sometimes you're making a movie specifically to kind of live in that, like, this is intentionally bad, like a Sharknado, or there's that movie Cocaine Bear coming out. I think that's an attempt at camp.
Cocaine Bear.
Where you realize that the premise is crazy.
Cocaine Bear.
You give it's a crazy title. Yeah. That is camp. That is not cringe.
Cocaine Bear.
Cringe is when you're trying to hit something else, a different target, and you miss completely because it is so fucking bad. Like Cats was really an attempt at a big Oscar-winning, like, Broadway musical movie. Like a Les Mis, like a fucking, what was the Moulin Rouge, shit like that.
Yeah. Do you remember
these Baz Luhrmann movies?
Do you remember Karnak the Magnificent?
No, what the fuck's that?
Johnny Carson used to do that bit with Ed McMahon.
Oh, yes,
reading
yes,
things,
yes.
And then Karnak was the
he'd put on the turban and
put on the wacky turban.
Future casting.
Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear. What is James Corden's nickname?
Cocaine Bear. Is that what you're wanting from me?
I have not trying to spread a rumor. I don't know anything about James Corden. He's in Cats.
And he shit on Cats. As soon as the movie came out and it started getting panned, he immediately was like, I don't know, fuck this movie. He cut ties with it.
That's your best impersonation I've ever seen. Can you do that again?
I don't know. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck this movie.
That's
I'm James Corden.
Yeah.
Give me some cocaine. I'm James Corden. Where's the cocaine? I'm a fluffy fella. I'm the Cocaine Bear, says Karnak. That's some good podcasting, dude. Hey, we're having a good time here on Dudesy FM.
Thank you. Moving on.
Well, we almost got a fucking genre for Dudesy. It's either cringe.
Fucking somehow.
Yeah.
It's Johnny Carson as Karnak predicting that James Corden will even exist at that point and also be called the Cocaine Bear.
May a diseased yak take up residence in your station wagon. Ho, 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 ho. Hi-yo!
If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and